Dear friends over 60, please listen to me, not just as a doctor, but as someone who has sat beside too many seniors in hospital beds, all saying the same thing. I thought I was eating healthy. What if I told you that the fruits you've trusted your whole life, those that seem safe, refreshing, and even healing, could now be quietly harming your heart every day? I'm not here to frighten you. I'm here to protect you. I've seen too many good people make a tragic mistake. They assume all fruit is safe, but after 60, your body changes. Your heart becomes more vulnerable, your metabolism slows, and your blood vessels stiffen. This means even healthy foods can become risky if you don't choose them carefully. In 2019, about 18.6 million people died from cardiovascular diseases, making up roughly 1/3 of all deaths worldwide, with older adults being the most affected. In this video, I'm urging you to avoid certain fruits that may be damaging your heart from the inside, slowly, silently, and without warning. Most seniors don't realize they're doing this to themselves, but you're about to learn the truth. And the first fruit on this list, you likely have it in your kitchen right now. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a health tip designed just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can improve for you. 1. Overripe bananas, the silent potassium bomb threatening your aging heart. You've probably heard bananas are a healthy snack, and for much of your life that's been true. But after 60, your body changes in ways that demand a deeper, wiser kind of nutrition. And here's what most seniors don't know. That soft, sweet, overripe banana you're enjoying with breakfast might be silently damaging your heart. Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral essential for heart rhythm, blood pressure, and muscle function. But when you're older, especially over 65, your kidneys may no longer process potassium as efficiently. This means that high potassium foods like overripe bananas can cause potassium to build up in your bloodstream, creating a dangerous condition called hyperkalemia. Hyperkalemia doesn't usually scream at you, it whispers. At first, you may feel tired. Your heartbeat feels off, like it's skipping or fluttering. Maybe your muscles feel weak. It's easy to shrug these signs off as aging, but inside, your heart is under siege. Elevated potassium quietly begins to electrical signals that keep your heart beating in rhythm. If left unchecked, it can lead to dangerous arrhythmias, a slowed heart rate, or even cardiac arrest. Yes, that harmless banana could contribute to events that destroy your heart from the inside out. I've seen it too many times. Strong, independent seniors in my clinic never suspected that their favorite fruit was working against them. And what's most heartbreaking? They thought they were making a healthy choice. Now, I'm not saying all bananas are bad, but those soft, overly ripe ones, the ones with black spots and intense sweetness, carry a potassium punch far too heavy for many aging hearts. If you're on blood pressure medications, diuretics, or have any level of kidney impairment, or even mild, your risk is even higher. You don't need to live in fear, but you do need to live in awareness. Eat half a banana if your doctor says it's okay. Choose firmer, less ripe ones. Pair with high-fiber foods to slow absorption. And always listen to how your body feels after eating, because what once nourished your heart may now quietly be destroying it. And if you think overripe bananas are the only fruit pretending to be healthy while endangering your heart, wait until you hear about the next one. 2. Grapes, the sweet little fruit that's quietly damaging your heart. They're small, they're juicy, they're convenient, and they seem innocent enough, a healthy little handful of nature's candy. But if you're over 60, I'm begging you to look again. Because behind their sweet skin, grapes may be quietly damaging your heart in ways you never imagined. As a heart doctor, I've seen this too often. Seniors with elevated blood sugar, rising triglycerides, and inflamed arteries, all from what they thought were safe snacks. Grapes are loaded with fructose, a simple fruit sugar that hits your bloodstream faster than you'd expect. And without the fiber of an apple or the antioxidant density of berries, grapes don't slow that sugar surge, they fuel it. And here's the truth no one tells you. Your aging metabolism can't handle fructose the way it once did. In your younger years, your liver could break it down easily. But now, after decades of wear and tear, that same fructose turns quickly into triglycerides, fats that clog your arteries and silently destroy your heart. Worse still, grapes are addictive. Don't stop at 4 or 5. It's a bowl, a bag, a routine. and each handful spikes your blood sugar, forces your heart to work harder, and over time contributes to the very things you're trying to avoid: plaque buildup, hypertension, and arrhythmias. Many seniors come to me confused. "I eat fruit instead of cookies," they say. "Why is my blood pressure still high? Why is my cholesterol getting worse?" The answer is simple. Not all fruits are created equal, especially when your heart is aging. Grapes can still be enjoyed, but only in extreme moderation, and ideally paired with a protein or fiber-rich food to blunt the sugar load. But if you're snacking on them daily or replacing meals with fruit bowls filled with grapes, you may be unknowingly inviting heart disease to your table, because what feels refreshing might be slowly destroying your heart from within. But it doesn't end with grapes. There's another fruit, one that feels like the symbol of summer, especially for seniors looking to stay cool. It's bright red, watery, and always at the picnic table. But in reality, it could send your blood pressure crashing and your heart into distress. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. 3. Watermelon. The summer favorite that could be damaging your heart without you knowing it. It's a symbol of joy, of summer picnics, backyard gatherings, and sweet childhood memories. Cold slices of watermelon on a hot afternoon feel like one of life's purest pleasures. But if you're a senior over 60, especially with heart issues, blood pressure concerns, or medication use, that slice of watermelon may not be as harmless as it seems. In fact, it could be quietly damaging your heart, one bite at a time. Watermelon is over 90% water, which gives it that refreshing quality we all love, but it's also high in citrulline, a compound that widens your blood vessels, a process called vasodilation. For younger people with healthy cardiovascular systems, this can be a benefit, but for older adults, especially those on blood pressure medications, this sudden drop in vascular resistance can cause your blood pressure to crash dangerously low without warning. I've had patients who went out for a walk after a light lunch of watermelon and suddenly experienced dizziness, lightheadedness, blurred vision, or even fainting. Their blood pressure didn't just dip, it plummeted. And what they thought was dehydration or just the heat was actually their heart struggling to keep up. Even more dangerous, watermelon's high glycemic index. It causes your blood sugar to spike rapidly, then fall sharply, a roller coaster that puts tremendous pressure on an aging heart already fighting to stay stable. These blood sugar swings lead to inflammation, increased heart rate, and a higher risk of arrhythmia in vulnerable seniors. You may think, it's just fruit, it can't be that bad. But when your heart is overworked, your arteries stiff, and your nervous system more fragile than before, even something as innocent as fruit can become a threat. That sweet watermelon you love may actually be destroying your heart's balance from the inside out. So what can you do? You don't have to ban watermelon forever, but know your limits. Eat a small slice, not a whole bowl. Avoid it on an empty stomach or right before physical activity. And never pair it with blood pressure meds without knowing how your body responds. Because when it comes to protecting your heart, it's not just about what feels good, it's about what's safe. And if you think watermelon is the fruit playing tricks on your heart, you haven't heard about the next one. It's rich, creamy, tropical, and hides more fat than you'd ever guess. 4. Durian, the exotic delight that could be slowly destroying your heart. To many, durian is considered a delicacy, rich, creamy, even luxurious. Some call it the king of fruits. But if you're a senior over 60, especially someone concerned about heart health, let me be clear, this tropical favorite may quietly be one of the most dangerous choices you can make for your aging heart. Durian is loaded with natural sugars, but more dangerously, it contains a shocking amount of saturated fat, nearly as much gram for gram as some meat products. Yes, a fruit that looks harmless on the outside is packing the same kind of artery-clogging fat doctors warn about in processed foods. And for an aging cardiovascular system, that can spell disaster. You see, as we age, our arteries lose their flexibility, our blood flow becomes less efficient, and our ability to process fats diminishes. When you eat foods high in saturated fat like durian, you increase levels of LDL, bad cholesterol, in your blood. Over time, this cholesterol begins to harden and narrow your arteries, a condition called atherosclerosis. It doesn't just limit blood flow, it directly damages your heart. The most tragic part? Many older adults eat durian thinking it's fruit, so it must be heart healthy, but they don't feel what's happening inside: the silent inflammation, the slow buildup of plaque, the stress placed on a heart already working harder with every passing year. And when a heart attack happens months later, no one thinks to blame a fruit. I've had patients with chest pain, irregular heart rhythms, or even strokes who never suspected that the food they loved could be a factor. But when we look closer, we see the pattern, and it always starts with those small indulgences that go unchecked. Durian isn't just heavy, it also raises your body's internal temperature, which can make your heart rate spike and leave you feeling anxious, overheated, or short of breath. Combined with medications, especially blood pressure or cholesterol drugs, this can create a dangerous storm in your system. This isn't about fear, it's about knowledge. You don't need to give up everything, but you must become wiser. A small taste of durian, maybe, but a full serving or eating it regularly, that could be destroying your heart slowly, silently, and without warning. And if you think the danger ends with exotic fruits, think again. 5. Mango. The tropical temptation that could be quietly damaging your heart. It's golden, soft, and dripping with tropical sweetness. For many, a ripe mango brings back memories of sunshine, warmth, and comfort. It feels healthy, it's fruit after all, and it tastes like nature's dessert. But if you're a senior over 60, I'm urging you to think again. Because while mangoes may look harmless, they could be slowly damaging your heart in ways most people never see coming. Mangoes are deceptively high in sugar, especially fructose, the kind of sugar that goes straight to your liver and converts into fat. Unlike glucose, which your body uses for energy, fructose is more insidious. It quietly raises triglyceride levels, which contributes to plaque buildup in your arteries. Over time, this can lead to narrowed vessels, increased blood pressure, and reduced oxygen flow to your heart. A recipe for disaster in anyone, but especially in an aging cardiovascular system. And what's even more dangerous? Mangoes have a high glycemic index, which means they cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. For seniors whose insulin response has already slowed, this sudden surge can leave your heart racing, your energy crashing, and your body inflamed. It doesn't just stress your pancreas. It forces your heart to work harder, faster, and under more pressure than it should. I've met patients who ate mango daily, often in smoothies or sliced after meals, thinking they were making a healthy choice. Yet their blood sugar levels were unstable, their cholesterol worsening, and their hearts showing early signs of distress. The culprit? Not cakes, not soda, but fruit. The wrong fruit at the wrong time in the wrong amount. You may not feel it right away, but over time, this sweet habit can destroy your heart's delicate balance. The inflammation, the sugar overload, the metabolic confusion, it all builds quietly until your body can't keep up. That's when heart failure, arrhythmias, or stroke take center stage. So, if you're enjoying mangoes, please be cautious. Eat small portions, not full bowls. Avoid dried mango or mango juice. Both have even higher sugar concentrations. And always check with your doctor if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol. Because protecting your heart means knowing not just what to eat, but what to limit, even when it feels healthy. And if you think sugar is your only enemy, think again. The next fruit is far smaller, far easier to overeat, and it's hiding a fiery danger that could make your heart race for all the wrong reasons. 6. Lychee and longan, the tiny fruits that can set your heart on fire. They're small, sweet, and easy to pop into your mouth by the handful. Lychee and longan, often seen as exotic delicacies, look innocent enough. They're refreshing, fragrant, and often served as light, healthy desserts, but beneath their glossy surface hides a hidden danger that could be quietly damaging your heart, especially if you're over 60. These little fruits are packed with natural sugars, mostly glucose, which enter your bloodstream rapidly and aggressively. For an aging body, that surge can be overwhelming. Your pancreas struggles to release enough insulin, your blood vessels tighten, your blood pressure spikes, and your heart begins working harder, faster, under strain. It no longer tolerates as well as it once did. But it doesn't stop there. Lychee and longan are also considered heating fruits in Eastern medicine. And while that may sound abstract, there's science behind it. These fruits stimulate your sympathetic nervous system, the same one responsible for fight or flight. That means they raise your core temperature, increase your heart rate, and for some cause symptoms like anxiety, restlessness, or insomnia. Now imagine what that means for a senior already on medications for blood pressure, arrhythmia, or diabetes. I've seen it firsthand. Older patients who thought they were being mindful, snacking on fruit instead of chips, and yet they began experiencing palpitations, night sweats, and dangerous spikes in blood sugar and pressure. And no one thinks to blame the fruit, but your heart does feel it. Every spike, every surge, every demand placed on it from these harmless little snacks. And over time, that inflammation and overstimulation can silently destroy the heart's rhythm, weaken its walls, and leave you at risk for serious cardiac events. I'm not saying you must fear every piece of fruit, but I am saying this. You must respect the power even small fruits can have over an aging body. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe. Portion control matters, timing matters, and listening to your body matters even more, because sometimes the greatest threats come in the smallest packages. And speaking of small, the next danger isn't even a solid fruit at all. It's a liquid poured into glasses every morning by well-meaning seniors who believe they're doing the right thing. 7. Fruit juice. The sweet liquid that's quietly destroying your heart. It's the first thing many seniors reach for in the morning. A cold glass of orange juice, maybe apple or grape. It feels like a healthy habit, maybe one you've kept for decades. After all, it's fruit. It's natural. It has vitamins, right? But what most people over 60 don't realize is that fruit juice may be one of the most damaging things you can drink for your heart, especially at your age and especially on a daily basis. Here's the truth. When fruit is turned into juice, its natural fiber is stripped away, leaving behind concentrated sugar that your body absorbs fast and hard. A single glass of orange juice can have as much sugar as a can of soda, but unlike soda, juice hides under the label of healthy, which makes it even more dangerous. You drink it thinking it's good for you, but inside it's quietly spiking your blood sugar, inflaming your arteries, and putting dangerous pressure on your heart. The impact on seniors is especially alarming. As we age, insulin sensitivity decreases, meaning your body doesn't process sugar the way it used to. So every glass of juice hits your system like a punch. Blood sugar surges, insulin floods your bloodstream, and your heart races to keep up. This can lead to fatigue, lightheadedness, and over time, dangerous arrhythmias, high blood pressure, and thickening of the artery walls. Even worse, these sugar spikes trigger inflammatory responses in the body. And inflammation is one of the leading causes of plaque buildup, which silently destroys the delicate lining of your blood vessels and weakens your heart over time. I've sat with countless older patients who swore they were eating clean, exercising gently, avoiding fast food, but they still had heart trouble. And in many cases, the root cause wasn't junk food, it was fruit juice. That innocent-looking glass was quietly unraveling years of hard work. You don't have to give up the idea of fruit in the morning, but eat it whole, not juiced. When you chew fruit, your body processes it slowly and safely. The fiber helps regulate absorption. But when you drink it, it's like pouring sugar straight into your veins. What you drink should protect your heart, not destroy it from the inside out. And now that you know these 7 fruits and drinks could be working against your heart, there's still one more thing we must talk about. Because the greatest danger of all might not be in what you eat. It might be in what you don't do every single day. The real danger isn't just what you eat, it's what you ignore. If you've made it this far, thank you, because it tells me one powerful thing. You care. You're not just trying to live longer, you're trying to live better, with more clarity, more strength, and more peace of mind. And that's exactly what your heart needs from you now. The truth is, many seniors don't realize they're making harmful choices. They skip the fast food, take their walks, stay away from processed snacks, but then reach for a bowl of grapes, a glass of juice, or a second helping of mango, never suspecting that these healthy choices might be silently damaging their heart. You see, aging changes everything. The food your body once handled with ease can now lead to spikes in blood sugar, dangerous drops in blood pressure, or buildup in arteries that have already lost flexibility. The heart you've carried for over 6 decades now beats with more vulnerability, and it needs you to treat it with more intention than ever before. The most dangerous thing you can do right now isn't eating one banana or enjoying a slice of watermelon. It's ignoring the warning signs. It's believing that because something is natural, it's harmless. It's brushing off fatigue, dizziness, or racing heartbeats as just getting older. But aging doesn't have to mean breaking down. It can mean getting wiser, choosing foods that work with your heart, not against it. It means listening when your body whispers before it screams. So let today be a turning point. Start reading labels. Start asking questions. Start cutting back on those sweet traps disguised as fruit. Eat with knowledge. Eat with purpose. And above all, eat with the same care that your heart has shown you, beating every second of your life without asking for anything in return. You don't need to live in fear, but you do need to live in awareness. And if no one has told you this lately, you're not too old to protect your health, and it's never too late to start making smarter choices. One small step today could add years to your life, and life to your years, because your heart deserves better, and you deserve more time to live it fully. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.